Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Boink Studios, and check us out on boinkstudios.com, where you can see all of our projects, past, present, and future. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, hey! What is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're back once again here on Facebook Live. Glad you are with us. We're also recording today. The show will post on YouTube and is always available on boinkstudios.com. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. This is episode number 117, and yes, we're moving right along here on Facebook Live. We want to thank everyone for joining us here, of course, and for coming back each and every week. Much thanks to Heidi Ryan and the whole crew at Wrestling Rumors for giving us this platform. We do greatly appreciate it. So episode number 116 was the Christmas show and TLC review. We spread Christmas cheer, jingled some bells, and drank some eggnog. Fun was had all around, and good news, no ghosts visited your boy on Christmas Eve, so bonus. How was everyone's Christmas? We've kind of got started on the program before we started recording here, talking about Christmas, how it was for everybody. Mark, hello, welcome to the show, my friend. Gerald says it's his 34th time here. Jerry, I do recognize your name. Ray, welcome back to the show, folks. Halo, Blaine, thanks. I did get some more pops for Christmas because that's what I'm into, and people know this, so I get some pops. So it's pretty cool. I'm trying to think of who I got without having to turn around. I got Weird Al, which is awesome. I got Dan Aykroyd's character, Louis Winthorpe from Trading Places, as the like drunk Santa eating a piece of salmon. I just love that character. It's the best. I got a third one. I'm going to have to turn around. Isn't that sad that I have to turn around and look? People tuning in right now see the back of my head and they're going, what in the world is going on this show today? Oh, I got Bruce Willis from Die Hard. Right? Mr. McClane. Because Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Don't even come at me with that crap. It is. There's no debate. It's a Christmas movie all day long. Fight me. I don't really care. I'm right. If you think it's not, you're wrong. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. So, Paul says he got Jake Snake Roberts yesterday. Yeah, I got Jake up there. I don't have The Rock, however. Chochi, hello, my friend. I had a great Christmas. Thank you for asking very much. Alex says, first time on, heard a lot of positives from Liberty, South Carolina. Alex, what's up? Conover, North Carolina in the house, my friend. You heard good things. I'm glad to hear that. Welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody, to the show. This is the post-Christmas edition of Tom Clark's Main Event. We are still celebrating the Yuletide season. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's over for you, boy. My tree's still up. It's going to probably stay up till the end of January. I don't even care. That sucker goes up November 1st and it stays to the end of January. It's just how I roll. So, how's everybody doing out there? Carlos already talking about Impact Wrestling changing channels again. Xfinity does not have the new channel it's going to be on. It's going to lose a lot of viewers. Impact just can't get their feet on the ground with the TV deals, can they? They just seem to be switching all the time. Stability in that company is a big thing from the top down. So that's a whole other podcast right there, man. If I told you that I watched Impact Wrestling religiously, I'd be lying. I don't. Probably should. But to be honest with you, I don't. So that's just me talking. So it's not that I dislike it or don't want to, but the fact is I've just got so much going on. It's just hard to watch all of that. So Montrese, welcome back to the show. Montrese is watching live. Thank you very much. Choche says, got a few questions. What's the deal with AJ Styles and how do they makes it look weird? We're going to talk about AJ today because today we've got a good show. Like I said, we got a big one planned for you. Happy holidays, Montrese. Thank you so much for tuning in, dear. I do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get to the topic because this is a good opinionated piece or opinionated show, I should say. Everyone's going to have their own take, their own opinions, their own points of view, and I can't wait to hear all of them, yo. So here we go. You ready? This time the main event is the best of WWE 2018. That's right. I don't do an official end of the year awards thing for the podcast. I don't think I've ever done that officially. And I don't know that this is official either, because this is more of a conversation with, and not me telling you what I think or telling you what the choices are, but more or less you and I having a discussion, a debate back and forth about who we think is the best of whatever. Okay. So we don't have to go in a particular order. We can just bounce around like we usually do here on the program. So we can do that all day long. It's fine with me. So, and you know, I thought about, should this just be best of 2018 in the business? But I thought, man, that's a lot of companies. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very subjective thing. At least at WWE, you've got like this set number of guys and gals to choose from, and that's who you're going to go for, instead of, you know, random New Japan guys, random Ring of Honor guys, random Lucha Underground guys, just whoever, okay? Because everyone's got their favorite, and of course this is a very subjective thing. I mean, if you say to me that Zack Ryder had the best 2018 ever, I would say you're, you know, full of mud, because, you know, really he didn't. But, you know, in terms of that, so we're not going to go there, okay? But, and again, these are big topics, and it may just be that you don't have an answer right now. I don't know that I can answer every one of these, because I typed up some topics here, some best of, so we'll see where everyone's head's at. And I got to tell you, this might be a slam dunk for a lot of people, but how about we start off like this, if everyone's cool with that. Real quick, so Larry says, do you think WWE is interested in purchasing TNA? Larry, I don't know why they would need to. I think WWE has got plenty of talent. I don't think they need to. As I've said here before in the program multiple times, they've got a massive collection of talent. I don't know why in the world they would feel the need to collect more talent. It could be argued they don't know what they're doing with the talent they have right now. I didn't say that. Maybe I did. Right? Just my take. So I don't know if they need to. Okay, so Josh was starting us off, man. I was going to go down this road anyway. So Joshua says, best female up-and-comer 2018, Amber Moon. Okay, so Josh, to your point, how about we modify that? Is that okay? How about the best rising talent of 2018? Do you guys have a best rising talent? Now, I know what you're saying. Can this be WWE and NXT? We can. It's fine. If you want to say NWA. If you want to say WWE and NXT, sure. Who's the best rising talent in either company? It doesn't have to be both. Maybe there's one that overshadows another. Matt Riddle, I guess you could say, is a rising talent in WWE, even though he's still in NXT right now. Ember Moon, I guess you could say that. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the show, my friend. Happy New Year to you as well. Wilbur says it's Ronda Rousey. Wilbur, I see your point, and Rousey's going to sweep a lot of awards categories this year, I'm sure, for 2018. But I don't think she's a rising star. She's an established star. Some people would say she had the best year of 2018 of all the talent in WWE. I don't know if I would say that. That's what a lot of people are saying. Brad agrees with Ronda Rousey. Alex says, correct, WWE has too much talent and doesn't know how to use it all. Mustafa Ali is doing good, getting on to Raw. Actually, Jerry, he is on SmackDown. Velveteen Dream had a May 2018, but does he have backstage heat for his tweets? Mark, I don't think the tweets are relevant right now. I don't think it's affected him the way that everyone's been led to believe, and here's why I say that. On the latest edition of NXT, they ran a promo of a video package of a Dream. If they weren't going to do anything, or if they were upset with him, why would they do that? You know what I'm saying? If a guy's really in the doghouse, why would they go to that trouble? That's just me talking. So, no, I think that some of that's been blown out of proportion. As I said here on the show last week, man, how can you be upset at a guy for wanting more? That doesn't make any sense at all. Of all people, Vince McMahon should totally understand that. Best year, definitely Becky Lynch. Well, Herbie, that brings me to another category, which would be who's Superstar of the Year. Which is probably the top category. You know what I'm saying? I think Superstar of the Year. Now, people say, well, Tom, she didn't, it wasn't until SummerSlam when she turned on Charlotte and all that stuff happened. Then SummerSlam was in August. Yes. So the last half of the year, last 4 months of the year, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if that qualifies, but I think you're hard pressed to find someone who had a better 2018. How about Daniel Bryan? Came back to the company as an active competitor. Got back in the ring in top shape, top form, won the WWE Championship. Had some great matches along the way. I don't know if you can make a case for Daniel Bryan having the best 2018 of anybody in WWE's locker room. That's just me. Velveteen Dream is finally in the title picture. He has some slow moments in the ring, but can perform very nice. Good storytelling, too. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Rick says Charlotte Flair, Star of the Year. Yes. Either be Becky or AJ. AJ had a phenomenal year. Pun intended. Okay. Because he was WWE champion for the duration of the year until he lost to Daniel Bryan. So 300 and I forget what. He broke the year record, right? So I forget how many days he was as champion during this reign. But yeah, you could definitely make the case for AJ being Superstar of the Year. So Ciampa. Terrell says Ciampa. Why not? Okay, I'll buy that. Ciampa had a great year too. Superstar of the Year? I don't know. That's your take. That's cool. I don't know if I agree with that, but I think he did have a great 2018. Superstar of the Year is a huge category, right? It's usually reserved for the last thing. It's like Wrestler of the Year, okay? So, but like I said, man, we bounce around here on the show. Totally fine. Andrew says Superstar of the Year, male Braun Strowman, female Ronda Rousey. Andrew, it's hard to argue with either one. Jim says Star of the Year, Rollins. So Jim is Star and okay, no, I get you. I was going to try to split hairs between Star and Superstar, but no, that's silly. Seth had a great 2018. There's a lot of guys and gals in this company who are just killing it in the ring right now. I don't know if that always translates to star power and crazy good ratings. But in terms of improving the product and making it fun to watch and interesting to follow, sure, absolutely. I'll buy that all day long, Michael says, talking about Kenny Omega coming to WWE again. Man, we've talked about that stuff so much, Mike. I have no idea what's going on with that, to be honest with you. Andrew says, Rising Star, probably Elias. Yeah, I could see that. Do you think if Johnny and Tommaso get called up, it will be as DIY or solo competitors? I think if they were called up as a heel DIY, very edgy, very cold-hearted, cold-blooded, sure. I don't know if I see that happening because Tommaso's so good on his own. But it does look like they're on the same page. I've written a lot about this in the past 2 weeks. Trust me on that. David in Memphis, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. So, again, man, we jump all over the place. We've already kind of touched on Superstar of the Year. Anyone else out there got a vote for Superstar of the Year? Let's see. I'm getting asked about the NXT call-ups. Do I think it would have been anyone else? Should have been anyone else? Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream, Gargano, Ciampa, But having said all that, if you take the top echelon of NXT, you're essentially gutting the brand. Not that they don't have a lot of guys to take the spots, they do. But in terms of overall star power, you don't want to gut that brand right now, right? So why do that? I don't know. I'm not high on Lacey Evans. It's like I said last week. It's not an insult. It's nothing personal. I'm not. I like her. I don't think she's the best they have. Okay, if I'm being fair. Heavy Machinery, I enjoy watching. They should be more over with the crowd, it feels like, and I don't think that they are, to be honest with you. Let's see. Mike says bounce around is right. Thing is all over the place. Stick to your subject. We can read the comments ourselves. Mike getting all kinds of upset. Mike, what happened to the Christmas spirit? And Mike, no disrespect, but it's my show, my friend, and I will dictate the pace. Sound good? Thank you for watching, Mike. Wow. Bringing the heat today. That's cool. Mark says Riddle was a smart pickup. His rivalry with Chris Hero should be amazing. Don't know if I'm calling it amazing right now. I think it's good. Don't know where it's going. I like Hero a lot. Or Cassius, oh no. Whatever they want to call themselves. Perfectly fine with me. I don't know where it's going, but I like it. Riddle's growing on me. I wasn't high on the guy when he first came in. That's just me talking. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of him. I've talked about this here on the show before. The dude shows up, barefoot. He wears like slippers to the ring. He's got his own style. I will give him that. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm feeling it. Doesn't mean I can't at some point, but I don't know. Dan says, why does Vince keep pulling people? That's why Raw Keeps pulling. I have no idea, my friend, what you were going with on that. My apologies. You lost me on that. Okay, so Superstar of the Year, and like I said, we can go back and forth to that if we want to. If you guys want to, totally fine with me. How about Best Tag Team of the Year? What's your votes for Best Tag Team of the Year? And again, this can be NXT, WWE, whoever you think. And this is a tricky one in some regard, much like Superstar of the Year, maybe can be, because you can look at it in terms of accomplishment. You can also look at it in terms of being over, how good they are in the ring, skill set, that kind of thing. Because some people would live and die by the Revival and say they're the best tag team on the roster. Talent, work ethic. But are they the most successful? Obviously not. They're not getting championship title runs. They're not getting in main events. They're not doing X, Y, and Z. So it's a very subjective thing. I think you would have to say the Usos, the New Day, and the Bar. You could very well say they're a three-way tie for Tag Team of the Year. Charlie says the Hardys. Jenna says the Usos. Lynn says Usos best tag team. AOP, but their year wasn't the best. I feel they should be in NXT longer. I think they should never have dropped the titles as quick as they did. I don't think that did them any favors. I don't think they necessarily need to have the championships, but at the same time, I don't think it's necessarily a good thing that they lose them, especially in the fashion that they did with Drake Maverick being the goofball of the act. I thought he was fine until it became all about him wetting himself on national television, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't think I like this anymore. Dude, I'm not going to live or die by it. What's whatever. I'm used to silly nonsense, adolescent toilet humor, pun intended, coming from WWE. It is what it is, man. I didn't lose much sleep over it. Let's see. Brian says, what about Lars? They've been advertising for the main roster, but then decided not to push him up because of both brands. Yeah, supposedly, to your point, there was word that now that there's no GMs and commissioners and stuff, that a bidding war is silly. I don't think he's going to lose any steam. I think he'll still be there. I don't know why he wouldn't. They've already said he's going to be. But what they do with him from this point on, I don't know. How about, so Lance says McIntyre and Ziggler. How about the Undisputed Era? Could you say that they're the tag team of the year? Any variation, the combination of the three guys? Or would you go with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong as tag team of the year? It's an interesting question. Again, it depends on your point of view, I suppose. You sure can't say the Shield was the tag team of the year, because boy, they ixnayed that thing quick, didn't they? So Dean Ambrose turning on, and that could lead us to another topic. Instead of so you go from Superstar of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Swerve of the Year. How about that? I didn't even have that one down, but you could say Swerve of the Year was Dean Ambrose turning heel on Seth Rollins. We didn't see that coming, right? Do you think Rude and Gable will last long as tag team champs? Hello, Jenna. What is up? Thank you for watching. I'm okay with it. I like both guys. I think that they didn't have anything to do with Bobby. Couldn't think of anything. Couldn't think of anything to do with Chad. And they said, Chad needs something to do. What do you guys want to do? Just put him in a tag team again. Chad's so good. He's very good. And you guys know that, right? I mean, he's not like Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of over, but who is, right? But at the same time, when you see him in the ring and you really see him work, you're like, dude, this guy's good. So he just he needs a spot. He should be there. So I'm fine with him having it for a while. Ronnie, what's up? Welcome to the show, my friend. Mark says they had to do something. Roman had to leave. And I was the guy that supported the Ambrose heel turn, but I have since renounced my support because they've done nothing with it. It's been very discouraging to watch the whole thing slide sort of into oblivion, in my opinion. Maybe they can save it. I don't know. But I'm no longer excited about it as I was before. David says Bushwhackers. I think David's just throwing random tag team names at me. I saw Demolition earlier. Raw tag team division has never been worse, says Paul Rhodes. Paul, my friend, you probably... you're not probably. You are right about that. So Kevin says, I enjoy watching Chad and Rick. Okay. Kevin, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the guy asking the question. I'm kind of lost as who you're talking about. My apologies. Chad and Rick? Chad? Okay. Chad Gable. Rick? Okay, I'm lost on the Rick part. That's where you lost me. My apologies. Do you think John Cena... we're on tag teams right now, Charlie, but I hope that Cena will not break the record. How about that? Let's see. Chad and Bobby. There it is. Swerve, oh my God moment, Roman need to give up the world championship. Yeah, I'll take that for sure. Okay, so yeah, there's still more people throwing old school names at me. That's funny. Okay, so Superstar of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Swerve of the Year we talked about for like 2 seconds. You can say that Dean Ambrose's heel turn. What else could be Becky turning on Charlotte maybe. Maybe back at WrestleMania when Shinsuke turned on AJ. So maybe this should be, because 2018, for all it's going to be known for in the business of pro wrestling, especially in WWE, it's the year of the heel. For sure. That company is obsessed with turning guys heel and gals, and they did it all year long. The last count, don't quote me because I got this from another show. It's in the 40s or something. Some crazy big number of heel turns in WWE in 2018. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Jenna says SmackDown Tag Team Division has the same 3 teams. That's true. That's true. Mark says, what happened to Shelton Benjamin? Should have stayed in the Indies because he's one of the best athletes to come. They just give up on him, or is there no direction for him? So Shelton was on the bench for a good long while with an injury. And since he come back, I think they're just easing Shelton in. They don't really know what they're doing with him right now. I like that he's kind of stepped up to Mustafa Ali. Shelton is an exceptional athlete. He definitely has a place. SmackDown is the wrestling show, right? So he definitely should be there. Okay, so what else have you guys want to discuss today? Best of 2018. And again, it's loose because it's my show, okay? And I like it to be loose and flowing. I tried the here's my format, by God, I'm sticking to it, where I didn't read anyone's comments, and guess what? That didn't end very well for me in the first couple of episodes of the show. So, this is the format we have now, folks, and I think you guys dig it, right? We can just banter back and forth. That's what we're trying to do here. So, how's about, do you have a best comeback? This goes along with Daniel Bryan. In my opinion, Daniel Bryan had the best comeback of 2018. I don't know if do you guys have anyone else there that you would throw in there, the best comeback 2018? There could be someone I'm missing at this point, someone I'm not thinking of that's like maybe obvious to everyone else. Maybe I'm just like skimming right over that person, but I would think that Daniel has the best comeback. Lance says Becky. I don't know if I would call Becky's okay. Well, yeah, she was out with a broken face, right? But if you're talking about the best breakout year, well, not breakout. I still think Becky is the. And I know it's tough because you guys are right, man. For me, it's Daniel, it's AJ, and it's probably Becky as number 3. If I was doing like official voting, I would say AJ's Superstar of the Year, Daniel's number 2, and then Becky's number 3. That's just my take. Best comeback, Dean Ambrose. Well, he did come back and have an impact. So if the definition of a great comeback is making an impact when you show up, then Dean definitely did that for sure. Rey Mysterio. Josh says Rey had the best comeback. Can you guys hear the weather? It's raining cats and dogs here in North Carolina. It's insane. The Ark is going to be floating down the road here shortly. Crazy. How about Don't Come Back, Please? Nominate Shawn Michaels. Oh, my God. That's pretty good. I was one of those guys that did the what if game with Shawn Michaels for a long time. And now I'm thinking, oh, what if he just never wrestles again? Because this is what I want. All due respect to the guy. And everything is accomplished in the business, but I am totally with you on that one. Is Bray Wyatt done? There's been 2 different house shows. He's supposedly, Bray Wyatt's back. He's back. He's back. Twice he's back. I don't know what's going on with Bray. He's on Twitter deleting tweets and all this other stuff saying he's changed. Things are over. He's starting new. I don't know what's going on. Kudos to Bray for trying to keep interest up in his character because WWE is doing a whole bunch of nothing to do that for him. So, Aaron in Greensboro. Yes, sir. I'm here in Conover. It does suck. You're right about that. Brian says it's raining in Alabama. So, who will stop the rain, I ask you? It's probably not going to be John Fogerty, unfortunately. Okay, so let's see. Comeback of the year and agree. Folks, you can agree with me or not, but someone just mentioned he who shall not be named. Sorry, Mark. I'm not talking about that fellow. Not now, not ever. It's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen. Sorry about that. Paul says, I don't even think Bray knows what's going on with Bray. Amen to that. Good question. The return of Husky Harris. God almighty. I don't want to see Bray ever change, to be honest with you. He could have had the comeback of the year, maybe. Jenna says Shawn Michaels disappointed you. You're right. 100%. Well, you know, a lot of people said that, right? Okay, so what else do we have going on here? Let's see. You got, we can get like right down to it and get very specific, like match of the year. Do you guys have a best match of the year? A favorite match that you just said, oh my God, this is amazing? I would say there were several matches from NXT this year that I would say, oh my God, I have to watch this again. I would say Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black was tremendous. Don't shoot me. That was 2018, right? I know that's a silly question, but I watch a lot of wrestling, man. War Games, match of the year. Mark, I'd have a hard time disagreeing with that, my friend, for sure. Hard time disagreeing with that. It did everything it should have done and much, much more. Daryl, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the show. Becky and Charlotte at TLC. Becky, Charlotte, and Asuka at TLC, Gene, for sure. Let's see. Gargano Ciampa Street Fight. I'll buy that. Here's a question. The man said they're doing what? CM Punk's not coming back, my friend. Love it or hate it. That's just reality. William says it's raining like a bee in Florida. Okay, sorry. War Games needs to come to main roster. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with that remaining an NXT attraction. That's just me talking, but I see where you're coming from. Velveteen versus Aleister 2017. Thank you, Mark, for the clarification. I told you I watch a lot of wrestling, man. For real. I love that match, by the way. I've watched that match so many times. It's crazy. You think I remember what year it's from. Don't shoot me in the face for that one. It's good. Joshua, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the show. Joey says Angle and Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie. Hey, Joey, you're entitled to your opinion. Sure. If that's what you feel is the match of the year, hey, go with God, man. Cool. Fine with me. AJ versus Shinsuke maybe at some point. God, there's so many. You know what I did in 2017? I might do it for 2018, come think of it. For 2017, I kept on my phone, on the notepad, a list of great matches as I saw them. And I had like a huge list of great matches. A lot of them were New Japan, I'm not going to lie, but a lot of them were WWE as well. And I was like, these are my matches of the year. So I was like set for my end of the year comments and matches and words of wisdom and stuff. Funny, I didn't do that this year for whatever reason. The year just kind of got away from me. Has Joe ever held a belt? Not in WWE, Kevin. Brenda, what's up? Hey, thanks for joining us once again. Yeah, Joe held the NXT Championship, but not on the WWE's main roster, I think is what he was saying. Is ECW coming back? Dino, my God, let's hope not. Let the day stay dead, my friend. That's just me talking. So, anyone out there have another best match? What's the worst match of the year? Charlie, how much time you have, my friend? Oh my God, there's been some stinkers. I don't know. I don't know if I want to give out those awards. Those are kind of mean-spirited, or they can be, right? So I don't know if I want to do that, to be sure. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. Let's see. I think The Rock and Rousey versus Triple H instead should be happening instead of Angle and Rousey. Yeah, you're probably right. That's what they were leading to, and they didn't deliver. Reigns versus Brock Lesnar was horrible. Mark, there you go. There's one from Mark. Let's see. Match of the year. Every overlooked Samoa Joe match. There were plenty. I'll give you that, Paul. Great performer. Doesn't get the credit he deserves, I'm sure. One thing that I hate is when Roman Reigns should have won Universal title. They did stretch that thing out a long time, to your point. Crazy long. Insanely long. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. Don't have any idea. Let's see. Dean versus Seth at TLC. Worst match of the year. Surely the worst received. It wasn't either guy's best night. Jim, to your point, not at all. I was asked last week if I thought that it was going to affect them negatively, and I said absolutely not. They're pros, and pros have off nights. That's part of the game. Sometimes things just don't click like you want them to. They'll rebound because that's what Seth does, and because that's what Dean is fully capable of doing. Some people would say they've already bounced back. Charlie's going the WWE route, going with OMG Moment of the Year. I think maybe that would be Dean's turn, or maybe, as someone pointed out earlier, Roman's departure from WWE. Let's see. I think they knew more about Reigns' health issue before a lot of people, and reason why they threw the belt on him. Perhaps, Mark brings up an interesting point. You have to believe that they didn't find out an hour before Raw went on the air that night. I'm sure they knew. I'm sure the conversation had been had for a while. Probably just between Roman, and I'm just spitballing, probably just between Roman and Vince on the telephone, maybe a face-to-face where he said, here's what's going on. And of course, Vince isn't going to say anything. Now there's Roman. So they could have known about this for a good long while. I have no idea what the answer is to that. Dino says, is Batista coming back? Probably not, as long as Triple H cannot work a match, which means they will not be facing each other at WrestleMania 35, which is where it should happen if it does happen indeed. Yeah, everyone's saying, a lot of people are saying Roman's announcement is the OMG moment. Charlie says, I need to get rid of Paul Heyman. Charlie, bite your tongue, dude. Titus is sliding under the ring. That top everything for you there, Aaron? That's funny. It's good. Is Finn Balor getting pushed? I want to see the Demon King. Mark, take a number and get in line, my friend. Worst match of the year, no dispute. Brothers of Destruction versus DX. Paul, I'm going to say you probably got my vote on that one. Let's see. All right, so let's see. What else do we want to talk about here? How about, man, we've covered the big ones, haven't we? What was your favorite event this year, folks? What was your favorite event? I know TLC happened late in the year, but TLC was pretty freaking good. The NXT War Games pay-per-view was pretty freaking good. I think you're hard-pressed to beat that one, to be honest with you. Don't mind the clicking, folks. I'm gonna bring up WWE's show page, as it were, because we don't want to forget the shows that really did it for us in 2018. Evolution, how about that for being the event of the year? And listen, I know you can have your own opinions on this. You can say, well, it wasn't what it should have been. It kind of fell short, all this other stuff. But it was an historic moment for the women's division. It's an important moment for WWE as a company. Just think of where the women used to be, how WWE used to portray them versus how they do it now. Amazing rebound, amazing comeback for them, for sure, as a division. Maybe the comeback of the year should go to the women's division for 2017 and 2018. Maybe that's me. So how about Super Showdown? I'm kidding. Crown Jewel. By the way, you know what's funny? Bear with me. Okay, check this out. Crown Jewel is no longer on WWE's show page or their event page. I'm looking. Yeah, it's not here. So it starts, all right, so the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, WrestleMania, Greatest Royal Rumble, which is still Saudi Arabia, folks. Backlash, Money in the Bank, Extreme Rules, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, Super Showdown, Evolution, Survivor Series, and TLC. There's no mention of Crown Jewel. It's not under originals. It's not under specials. There's retired pay-per-views. It's not under retired pay-per-views. Crown Jewel is not on WWE's event page. Isn't that very telling? Oh, Crown Jewel was horrible, Christopher. My God in heaven. You're absolutely right. Terrible. Matt Hardy coming back at Mania to team with Jeff and Lita. I don't know, Dino. That's a good question. Ooh, Team Extreme. Who would they team against? Dino, you proposed it. Book the match. Everyone wait on Dino to book the match. Who's Team Extreme face? Will Vince start trusting the young talent instead of relying on the part-timers? Matthew, that question's been asked since the Attitude Era ended. I know, because I've been one of the guys asking it. I don't know if it's a matter of Vince trusting the young talent. I think it's a matter of getting the young talent where they need to be in order to take the next step. And I think part of that is on the talent, part of it's on the company as well. Greatest Royal Rumble. Mark says it was actually a great pay-per-view. He enjoyed that a lot. Hey, to each his own, man. Absolutely. I appreciate your point of view. How many pay-per-views did Brock work this year? Paul. All right. Paul brings up an interesting question. And since your boy is all about, stats and seeing what's what, he brought up Brock's name. Let's talk about Brock Lesnar, okay? In fact, let's talk about his 2018. It's not a very long conversation. I didn't do this. I didn't book the guy. I'm not the one that made this happen. I don't have the pen. I'm not signing his checks, okay? You asked about Brock. Here's Brock's 2018. Okay? You asked. I'm going to tell you right now. 2018 in a nutshell. Brock Lesnar, WWE Royal Rumble 2018 on January 28, 2018. Defeats Braun Strowman. Actually, he wins the triple threat match against Braun Strowman and Kane for WWE Universal Championship. That's at the Rumble. WWE live event, Road to WrestleMania, which didn't get on TV, of course. Don't even think it was aired in WWE Network. Brock Lesnar defeats Kane. Universal title match. Madison Square Garden show, March 16th, 2018. Brock Lesnar defeats, again, a triple threat match, Braun Strowman and Kane. WWE WrestleMania 34. Brock Lesnar defeats you-know-who, Roman Reigns, Universal title match. Brock retains the title. Greatest Royal Rumble, April 27th. Brock Lesnar defeats Roman Reigns in a steel cage to retain Universal Championship. SummerSlam 2018, August 19th. Roman Reigns defeats the Beast Incarnate to become the new Universal Champion. Crown Jewel, November 2nd, 2018. Brock Lesnar becomes the new Universal Champion once again against Braun Strowman. WWE Survivor Series 2018, November 18th. Brock Lesnar defeats Daniel Bryan. If you didn't count, I shall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches in 2018. I don't have a punchline. 8 matches. You knew it was bad. You knew it was bad. You knew it was tiny. You knew it was small. You knew it was like this little. And you knew that. But you didn't count them. Maybe you did. I didn't. Maybe I did at one time. I haven't counted in a long time because guess what? 8 matches, you boy, worked. And guess what? That's it, Jack. And 2 of them weren't even on the network on TV. 2 of them. I don't even know what to say. 8 matches. And got paid probably more than $1 or $2 for doing it. Jenna says more than she thought. We don't have to talk a lot about Brock. Okay, you know what? How's about this? Screw it. I'm going to talk about it, all right? You guys didn't think you were going to tune in for Brock Lesnar, the Brock Lesnar Show. It's the Brock Lesnar Show. Hey. Superstar of the Year 2018, Brock Lesnar. Want to know why? Because chances are he got paid better than everyone else, and he only worked 8 matches. That's Superstar of the Year. I didn't say Pro Wrestler of the Year. I didn't even say Entertainer of the Year. I said Superstar of the Year, Brock Lesnar. Who's the smartest guy in the room? Who's the realest guy in the room? It's not little bitty Enzo Amore. It's great big Brock Lesnar. Smartest guy in the room and the realest guy. That's it. Love it or hate it, Superstar of the Year. Charlie says, F no. Listen, I'm not booking this. The guy had 8 matches in a year. In 12 months, he had 8 matches. And he's paid what he's paid? That's Superstar of the Year. It's okay if you hate that. Look, I am not happy about this at all. I'm not. I think it's comical. You know why I laugh? Because I don't get upset anymore at this. I don't get mad. I don't get angry. It is what it is. Whatever, man. AJ Styles wrestled way more matches, better than Brock Lesnar, but Lesnar gets more recognition from Vince. Mark, I'm not disagreeing. I can't. Hello, Morris. What do you think about Vince creating the Women's Tag Team Champion? I'm all for it, Morris. My audience loves the idea. So technically I was correct. Mark says he was correct. 6 matches. No, I counted 8. Mark's trying to steal my pops. I don't have the Punk Pop. You want to know why? That sucker's like $150. Your boy don't have that one. Maybe one day I'll splurge and get it, but that thing shot up in value, dude. If any one of you wants to give me the Punk Pop, by all means do it. Maybe I'll start a Patreon account or a GoFundMe page. Buy Tom Clark the CM Punk Pop. If Vince had the keys to the kingdom to Triple H, do you think he'd be able to have the same success he does with NXT? Jeff, I don't think it would happen overnight. I don't know if it would happen in the next year, but I think you would see substantial movement in the right direction. But you know what? Then again, maybe I'm wrong, and 20 years from now, Triple H will be the old, out-of-date man with out-of-date ideas who's stuck in the old days. And we're all hating on him. I don't know. But I think they would make significant strides in a positive direction. That's my opinion. What happened to the champs who would defend championships day in and day out? Choche That's gone with the dodo, my friend. It's as extinct as anything. It's never going to come back because they don't book championships the way they used to. They just don't. Not that company, and I don't think they ever will again. Because why would they? You know what I mean? This is what they're doing now. So Lesnar has had a Raw match since 2002. Am I right? Paul, I think you're right. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't doubt that. Is Goldberg returning? Dino, I think Goldberg would have to have something very cool to happen. I think it would have to be Goldberg versus Undertaker, and I don't see that happening. I don't think any of you want to see that happen. Am I wrong? Just saying. Harry says they need to do a pay-per-view in the UK. Vince has enough money. There's been talk of them coming back to the UK to do something. So I agree. I think the NXT UK brand is going to help facilitate that to happen, Harry. And you're in the UK, yes, Harry? I hope you get it, my friend. I do. Let's see. In your opinion, why announce who's coming to WWE main roster and take the spot? Because they want you to believe that they're going to start changing the show for the better, that they're listening, that they're doing things that... And, you know, if they wanted to do that, you could always argue that they would say, excuse me, that they would say, look, we're going to be bringing up some NXT talent over the next year. Here's an idea. Put a poll on WWE.com asking fans who they wanted to see. I don't know. Give them like 6 choices and say you can pick 3 of them. Who you want to see? I don't know. That's just me talking, man. Let's see. Any surprise interest in 2019 Royal Rumble? I would not be surprised. Let's see. Okay, so since I went off on the Brock Lesnar rant, my apologies. I could write about that stuff all day. In fact, I have. I wrote about Brock Lesnar so much, I got blisters on me fingers, okay? I feel your pain, John Lennon, and that's the truth. So, I'm not going to talk anymore about that right now. Best Super Heavyweight of the Year, Brock Lesnar. Best Tag Team of the Year, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. Best Women's Wrestler of the Year, Brock Lesnar in a dress. I'm joking, it's 2018. Who am I to question what you do in the privacy of your own home? I'm not like that. Get off me. Best Cruiserweight, Brock Lesnar's right leg. Best brand, the Brock Lesnar brand. Best event, everyone Brock Lesnar wrestles. Best storyline, everyone Brock Lesnar has been involved in. This is fun. I just want to see people stew and take me seriously. I just cracked myself up. People are tuning in right now going, who's this idiot? Laughing at himself, at his own jokes. How sad and pathetic is he? To answer your question, pretty sad and extremely pathetic. It's cool though. It's all good. So, Brock in the dress, isn't that Ronda Rousey? Jim? Yeah, Jim throwing some curveballs at us. That's pretty good. Any more insight on Jason Jordan having to retire due not to be able to get cleared? Joshua, I can't say that you're wrong, that you're right. I don't know the status of Jordan. On a serious note, I like Jordan a lot. It's a shame if that's true, if he can't come back. I hate that for the guy. This was his dream and he wanted it. And it evidently maybe that dream has ended, and I hate to see that. I hope they would bring him back in some capacity, let him do something, and not backstage. Put the guy on TV. He's got a good look. He could talk. He's not the best on the mic, but doesn't mean he can't get better. Put him on commentary. Let him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do something. Just me. Let's see. Seth Rollins wins the Rumble. So we got some predictions. So we've talked about 2018, the Brock Lesnar Network. Larry, kudos to you, my friend. You win the No Prize for the last... Oh my God. Guess what? This is the last show of 2018 of Tom Clark's Main Event. Why didn't I just lead with that? You guys would have been so much more jacked up to watch. You would have called your friends, even your enemies, and said, look, this time, see, this is my pantomime for the phone. I don't know why. Phones don't even look like that anymore. You know what I mean? I wonder if when you pantomime the phone joke, that bit back in the day, if this is what you did. So the guy gets on the phone and he does this. I don't know. That's like the Andy Griffith show. I don't know, man. But you get the No Prize. Congratulations. I know. You're excited. So, let's see. Did Ali injure Brian with the reverse? I don't think he's injured him, no. Brian was on TV, right? So I think he's fine. But Brian attacked him backstage, which can lead to other things later. We talked on the show last week about the move being dangerous. He's still using it, so evidently WWE doesn't agree that it's dangerous. I would hope that at some point that they're watching him in the ring, working out and stuff, and an agent or whoever, is saying, hit the move, let's see it. You know, that kind of thing. And I'm sure they're familiar with it, but I know that the company has to be concerned with keeping everyone safe all the time. So let's hope that that's going to happen, that no one else gets like kicked in the head or kneed in the head or whatever. I say R-Truth is going to win the Rumble, end it with a 10-second dance break. Joshua, Daniel's already questioned whether or not Truth can count to 30. We all know that Truth's going to screw something up somehow. That he's the 30th man in the Royal Rumble. How could you screw that up? Anyone got a prediction? How can you screw up I'm the 30th man in the Royal Rumble? If there's a way to screw it up, Truth can find it, for sure. Let's see. Ali versus Bryan for WWE title. Yeah. Why did we waste WWE waste the 30 entrants? I don't know. Mark, it's their show. My God. What are you asking me for? I'm just playing. Relax. Let's see. Will the main roster ever get another 5-star match? Lance, absolutely. They've got great talents on the main roster, man. They just got to, like, put them together. I still say, and I stick to this, before AJ lost the belt, it should have been AJ versus Finn for the title at WrestleMania 35. 2 former leaders of the Bullet Club, waging war. At this pace, I see AJ Styles versus Triple H. If Hunter's healthy. That looks like that might be where they're going. I don't know. Vince is like, I want to tell you, you got a monster inside you. You got a black heart like I do. He's poking him in the chest. And all of a sudden, AJ's like, I'm going to hit this fool. And knocks him down. What are you doing? I don't have any idea where they're going with that. Gives me a headache talking about it. R-Truth win the WWE title, announcing he's the Intercontinental Champion. That'd be funny. But yeah, he'll come in at 30, do a dance break, and then they'll toss him over the rope. He'll have wasted the whole thing, I guess. Good question. Mark says the show is freezing. Actually, I'm pretty warm up here, Mark. I just got to be honest with you. I'm playing. Hope your feed gets better, my friend. Is Triple H facing Batista? So we talked about this earlier in the show, Lance. I don't think Triple H is going to be ready. I don't think he's fully recovered from the torn pec. However, I think if he does manage to come back, it will be against Batista. I'll give you that. But it looks like the AJ Styles road is happening. Let's just hope that it's not AJ versus Shane McMahon again. I don't want a repeat of that. I don't think you guys do either, right? Gold should win the Royal Rumble once in his WWE career. Talking about Goldust? That'd be interesting. I don't think it's going to happen. Is The Rock coming back at the Rumble? Dino, I don't know, my friend. I don't have any idea. Rock's happy. WWE's fairly happy without him, I guess, depending on who you believe, who you ask, whose opinion you take. I don't know why you bring him back. A quick payday, sell some, get the buy rate up, sell some seats, sure. I don't know. What does he do for the product at this point? He's so much bigger than WWE at this point, in my opinion. They would need him more than he needs them. What's the benefit of him coming back? I don't know. Wade says AJ versus Batista would be a different match. AJ versus Batista. Did I say AJ versus Batista? If I did, I meant Triple H versus Batista. Here's my deal with AJ, and I said this on the program several episodes back. I forget what number. AJ's faced them all. There's only a handful of guys he's not faced. Taker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane, The Rock, of course. He's faced everyone else. It's a good question. I don't know. Let's see. I think Goldust has been in WWE longer than any other WWE superstar. He's not the longest tenured. That's Undertaker. Right? Or is it Mark Henry? No, it's Taker, I think. I'm talking about active. Well, maybe there's people behind the scenes that we don't know about. Like a random cameraman that's been there for 35 years or some stuff. I don't know. But I think, well, you might be right. I don't know. I would say that one of those guys. When will Stone Cold return? Ricardo, Stone Cold is pretty freaking happy not being a member of the WWE Universe. And I say go with God. Be happy. How do you do that? Let me ask you a question. Once you walk on the moon, what do you do after that? What's left? You know what I'm saying? Stone Cold walked on the moon during his run. How do you top that? You can't. So why try? You know what I mean? That's me. I don't know. And I love Steve, but I don't know. I just think it's over. I think that's just how it is. Andrade Cien Almas wins 2019 Royal Rumble. Danny with a hot take. That's an interesting take for sure. But now Daniel's heel. So how would you justify that, right? Just a question. Saying AJ versus Batista at Mania, Triple H isn't ready. Kind of Batista got to do Triple H a favor if he wants a match at SummerSlam. They would pull something like that. But I think AJ Batista. Wade, to Wade's point, you know why you're right? Because AJ can make anyone look good, Wade. He can make you look like $1 million in the ring like he could do with me. For sure, because AJ's just that good. Batista has always looked good against the best talents. That's why Batista's best matches came against Triple H, number one, Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, were the three best opponents that the guy ever had because they were phenomenal workers. They were. And they spotlighted him. Their job was to spotlight him, so they did that. You know what I mean? So AJ would definitely spotlight Batista. That's what he does. That's what a pro does. He's make the opponent look better than he could look with anybody else on the roster. That's what a pro does. So to your point, for sure. Double elimination before number 30. Truth wins by default. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's okay, man. Why are the Miz and Shane tagging? I really don't understand this one. I thought, to your point, Michael, that the whole thing was going to be Miz setting him up and they actually win the tag belts or something on the verge of it, and at the last minute Miz hits him with the finisher and beats the living snot out of him. No, I don't think that, and I'll tell you why. I don't think it because right at the end, before he shook his hand, Shane says, if you screw me, there's going to be consequences. You need to understand that. I think that killed it. I think if there's a plan in place to do a betrayal, and there probably is, I think they killed it with that one line because now you plant the seed in people's heads. It's not going to ruin the day. It's not going to ruin my life because WWE is notorious at ruining things, at planting a seed and destroying what you thought should have happened. I don't care. Whatever. But to me, that kind of ruined the suspense of the whole thing. That's me talking. Who's my top 5 of all time? Mark, you talking about all time, not just 2018? You talking about wrestlers? Oh my God, Mark's opened up a whole can of worms. We've been on this almost an hour today. Mark be talking about what's your top 5 all time. Well, my God in heaven, since you asked me, now you got me thinking about it. Top 5 of all time. Okay. Yikes. Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes. Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat. Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Ricky Steamboat. Shawn Michaels. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I might get some heat for the Austin one because he wasn't exactly the best technical wrestler you've ever seen. But if I had to answer right now and I'm pressed for time and all that other stuff, that's who I'll say. So I'll go Rick, Dusty, Steamboat, Michaels, Stone Cold. My top 5 of all time. That's just me. It could be anyone else. You guys want to throw out Buddy Rogers, you want to throw out Bruno, fine, I get it. But that's my 5. That's, someone just said AJ. Sure. AJ. Okay. Maybe AJ would be number 5. Now listen. If you want to talk worldwide, you're talking about best of all time. Are we limiting this thing to WWE and WCW, NWA kind of vibe? Because that's a different conversation if we're talking about worldwide. I'll go with the AJ comment. Sure. Why not? I don't know if I'd place him. Again, there's so many variables. You're talking about in the ring, entertainment value, money made, appeal, star power. Or are you talking all of those things? My list may not be your list. Betty says Stone Cold's her favorite wrestler. Good for you, Betty. He was awesome. Mark says he's talking all wrestlers. Jeez. I think there's a case to be made that 20 years from now, probably a lot less, we'll be talking about Okada and Tanahashi as 2 of the best of all time. It's my opinion. I really believe that. Maybe far less than 10 years from now. Just me. So, Mr. Wrestler 2. Hey, Brian, go with God, man. Mark says Austin's the greatest of all time, hands down. Mark, there you go. Man, talk about going all over the place with this one. I did. If you go worldwide, you got to include Omega. Well, Joe, maybe you do. I don't know if I would. Hello, Miranda. Welcome to the show. Are you late, Miranda? My God in heaven. You think China will go in the Hall of Fame? Jenna, I think China should go in the Hall of Fame. Do I think she will? I don't know. That company has proven time and again that a wrestler's personal life, and when I say personal life, I mean women taking their clothes off. There's a movie coming out about Paige. There's a lot of naughty stuff about Paige online. I didn't go looking for any of it, but I know it's there. Okay? So, on one hand, you say WWE cares about that kind of stuff. On the other hand, you say, no, they don't. So, to answer your question, Chyna should be in the Hall of Fame. Do I think she will be? I really don't know. That's a tough one. Because that company can be so fickle about things. Do I think Pentagon Jr. come to WWE? No, Choche, I don't. Not for the foreseeable future. He and his brother Phoenix are tied up in contracts. I reported on that several months ago in a column, and I don't think anything's changed. Vince McMahon's money could change it like that, like boom, like quick. But I don't know if he wants either one of them bad enough to start moving heaven or to make it happen. I don't know. I'd love to see both those guys in WWE at some point. I think they make a huge impact. No pun intended. I don't think it's going to happen right now. Larry says, I think Triple H is keeping Chyna out. Larry, I don't know if that's fair. You might be right. I don't know. But I don't know if that's fair, to be honest with you. Let's see. Jenna says she's read it 3 times. What, Pentagon and Phoenix are coming? I wouldn't believe everything you read, my friend. Trust me when I tell you that. Let's see. They should put Miss Elizabeth in the Hall of Fame. I agree with you, Betty, 100%. Chyna was doing it for the money as a job. Paige was personal, just like Seth, taking new shots of himself. Personal is different than actually doing it for a living. Mark makes a great point. Yeah, I've always made the statement that Chyna took off her clothes and had sex on film for money. That's a big deal. I don't know how. And WWE already has a black eye for a lot of people outside the business who don't understand the business, and screw them if they don't understand, right? But I don't know if WWE believes screw them if they don't understand, because WWE is a publicly traded company. And I don't think they look at things the way you and I do. In fact, I know they don't. Let's see. Danny says 1, 2, 3 kid for Hall of Fame. Well, he should get in with the NWO and with DX, right? Shouldn't they get in together? It's basically all the same group of guys anyway, with the exception of Shawn, right? Yeah, well, with a few exceptions. Relax. Let's see, most of the best wrestlers are dead. Kevin with a hot take. Josh says, so does X-Pac, and he's still around. But WWE's not using X-Pac all that much. X-Pac still has a career. And Joshua raises an interesting point. Is there a double standard because Chyna was female and X-Pac is a guy? Maybe so. I'm not going to fight that. Owen Hart's going to the PW Hall of Fame for 2019. Good. Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Gotcha. For sure. Hello, Miss Lopez. Welcome to the show. Have you been here the whole time? Will Owen Hart make the Hall of Fame? He better. He needs to, for sure. I think you open yourself up to chance. I think you open yourself up to a lot of crazy stuff that could be shouted out during the event. You killed Owen. You killed Owen. I'm not suggesting anyone does that, but would you be surprised if you heard it? Part of it would have to do, I think, where you hold the event. That kind of thing would probably have something to do with the way the crowd receives it. I don't know. Let's see. Rick Martel. Sure. I think Martel deserves it. What wrestler do you miss that passed away in 2018? I wrote about several of them that passed away in 2018. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a tough one. We lose them. You know what I mean? It's a shame when any of them pass away. It makes you feel older. Especially if you grew up watching them, or if you grew up with them, or something like that. It makes it harder. I don't know. I miss them all, man. Will DDP be in the Hall of Fame? Isn't DDP already in the Hall of Fame? Didn't they put him in the Hall of Fame? Am I crazy? Dino, am I wrong? I thought he just got in the Hall of Fame. Maybe I fell asleep on that one. Let's find out. Yeah, DDP's in the Hall of Fame. He got in 2017. Class 2017, for sure. Yes, I knew I hadn't fallen asleep. Craig, what's up? You're so late, Craig. Yes, DDP is in the Hall of Fame. Thank you, guys. Vader, R.I.P. Yeah, I love Vader, man. For sure. So this was a very loosely based interpretation and decision making and not really voting, but discussion about 2018. What will you take away about 2018 from WWE? What struck you the most? What will you remember about 2018? For me, 2018 will go down as the year of the heel turn in that company, and as the re-emergence of Becky Lynch, the return of Daniel Bryan. If I had to boil it down in just me, here's where I'm coming from on the highlights. Roman Reigns being forced to leave because of the return of his leukemia. Sad situation. AJ Styles' phenomenal title run, pun intended. Daniel Bryan's return to the ring, a subsequent heel turn. And WWE Championship re-emergence. Becky Lynch's turn and rise to stardom, superstardom. And it's the year of the heel turn. I think that, in a nutshell, are the main stories of 2018. If you got any more, just throw them at me. But to me, that's it. Trump is president. Choche, how much time you got, my friend? Don't make me start talking about that clown. For real. What a crap year for WWE, Joshua says. Josh, bringing the heat. It was a tough one. Brian, what's up, my friend? You're late to the party, but thanks for hanging out. The Hart Foundation Hall of Fame, for sure. Wade, no disrespect. I will not talk about he who shall not be named. All due respect, my friend. I don't want to have that discussion. He's not anyone I want to talk about. Just me. Let's see. Paul's most memorable moment is it's over. You know what the best part of 2018 was? That sucker ended. It's over. I ain't got to go through it no more. I feel you. I feel you, Paul. Kevin says R.I.P. Bruno. I second that as well. Let's see. What else is going on? Anyone else got anything to say about 2018? Cena's new move sucks. I would dictate that all of Cena's move sucks. If John heard that, he would go, figures. I'm teasing. I don't care. It's whatever. I agree with you, though. Let's see. The new one could be great. AJ Styles and Vince. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh. Best technical wrestler ever? Mark, you're killing me with this stuff, man. Technical wrestler ever. Best technical wrestler ever. Whew. That's a lot of generations to talk about, man. Steamboat. You ask me, I'll say Steamboat. It's a tough one. Let's see. Mark, I get that. I agree. I see where you're coming from. Bret Hart. Miss Lopez says Bret Hart. Danny says Dean Malenko. Sure. I love Arn Anderson. Don't even get me started, Alma. I love me some Arn Anderson. The Enforcer. Let's see. Eddie. Hey, people saying Eddie Guerrero. Cool. Dean Malenko is the best technical wrestler. Who do you think the best submissionist? Ooh, is submissionist a word? If it is, I like it. Submission wrestler, perhaps? I don't know. Yikes. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good one. Maybe that's for you guys to talk about. Put me on the spot, dude. Let's see. Lashley feuding with Elias is terrible. I'll buy that for $1. Pete Dunne. Jenna says Pete Dunne. Hey. Joshua says Daniel Bryan. I figured someone would say Bryan. I can't disagree with that on a lot of levels. Bobby Lashley is the weirdest dude ever. I hung out with him. Mark says he hung out with Lashley. Nice. When did this happen, Mark? Ken Shamrock says Michael. Think Nakamura turns face and takes on Bryan at Mania. Ooh. I like where your head's at. Any chance we'll see Kenny Omega versus Styles in a couple of years? Maybe next year. It's me talking. We'll see. Lashley should beat Strowman for Universal, lose it back to Strowman, and then go wrestle in Japan. Okay. But I think Lashley's happy where he's at. I don't think he wants to go anywhere else. He wanted to come back. He fought to get back. He's back. He's enjoying himself. I don't think you'll see him leave anytime soon. That's just me. Let's see. The man of 1,001 holds. That's Jericho, right? Jeffrey says Nakamura is leaving for New Japan. That's the rumor. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. How would you fit him into New Japan if he showed up right now? Would he get in Omega's face? Of course, Omega's got the showdown coming up with Tanahashi, so... I don't think Choche that Lashley should go back to TNA. He's been there, done that. Wait, I don't know if I agree with you, my friend. He still looks phenomenal. I think the booking just needs to get up to snuff. Kevin says he's glad to see Kurt having fun. Wish he could have fun and have some great matches right now, but I think his body is tapped out. I think his body has done what it can do. I think he's done what he can do. I think he's got more heart than his body will allow him to have. Just my opinion, just my take. Maybe I'm wrong and he'll shock us all in 2019. I don't know. See, I was mad they didn't give Natalya the WWE title Monday. I don't think they'll take anything off of Ronda on TV. If they wanted to do that, to your point, then they could. Well, Monday was a taped program. They should do it live, and they should do it because Becky screws her out of the belt. But if that happens, there's nothing for Becky to go take from her, if that is indeed what they're planning. I wrote a piece today for the Chairshot to be published this weekend. Will 2019 surpass 2018 for women's wrestling in WWE? I think it could, because I do believe the women will main event WrestleMania 35 in 2019. No info on the women's tag team titles. They're coming. So says Santa Vince. Didn't you love that one? Samoa Joe needs to be pushed, Dino says. A lot of people for sure. How about Jericho pulling a Lesnar run in NJPW? But you know, Wade, to your point, it's the deal that New Japan agreed to. It's the deal he agreed to. Everyone signed their names and everyone's getting paid. Whatever. What are you going to do? Maybe he's the superstar of the year in New Japan. Did you ever think about that? It's funny. Yeah, Monday was taped and not live, yes. And people were upset about that because they're like, oh, that shouldn't be taped. But these guys deserve a chance to be with their families on Christmas, right? Yeah, they taped SmackDown and Raw, right? Pretty sure. Will Samoa Joe ever win a title in WWE? I hope so. Don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon, but I'd like to see it. Ronda turning heel could work. I agree, Paul, to some extent, but I think that she's just been engineered to be a babyface. And well, I'll be honest, if she turned heel, they just turn her back face again because people start cheering for her. Don't you think? Ho, 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 I'm Vince McMahon claws. Josh, my goodness. AJ versus Joe wasn't putting him over. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that's true. Lesnar hasn't showed any wrestling skills in 3 years. It's the 3 moves. You're right, Junior, to your point, man. He's capable of so much more, and he's not doing it. For whatever reason, he's not doing it. Crazy. Well, Choche, I knew it was taped because they announced it. Didn't they tape it? When did they tape Raw? I can't remember. Yeah, but you know, it's the Christmas. It's Christmas, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, so we have been on for an hour. I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Talked about the best and worst from 2018. There's a lot more to talk about for sure. We're going to start taking it home here, folks. Let's get in a few more comments before we call it a day. Wade says it's a step toward caring for more talent. I agree with that. Lesnar's amazing. I think he's being safe. Ooh, hot take. I'm sorry I missed your comment. Said that I disagree that Lesnar is being safe. Can I find it? Probably can't find it. Lesnar's amazing. I think he's being safe because of his UFC fight. Oh, okay. Well, hot take. But hey, that's how you feel, man. That's good with me. Heard rumors Dan's going to form his own Shield. Ron's going to form his own Shield in 2019. Ooh. Kind of like when the Nexus fell apart and they did the Core, right? The Core versus... That's interesting. Who would you do? It'd be Seth and Dolph and someone else versus Dean and Drew. What about Seth, Dolph, and Elias versus Drew, Dean, and Lashley? Two factions, 3-on-3. I'm just throwing it out there. Hollywood versus Wolfpack. Yeah, for sure, Bill. Best wrestlers when it comes to selling of all time, Jeff Hardy's in the top 5 for sure. Corey's asking about NXT calls. We talked about this, Corey. I'm okay with them. I think they could have been better, but I'm not losing a bunch of sleep over it. Ricardo, thanks for watching, man. Thanks for hanging out. Listen, to everyone still hanging on through the show here, if we are not friends on Facebook, here's what you need to do. Don't try to search Tom Clark. There's 100 of us. None of them are as good looking as I am or as smart either. So don't try to waste your time. Go to Wrestling Rumors Instant Messenger and say, Tom, please send me a friend request. And guess what? I will hook you up. I will send you one. We shall become best friends, buddies, pals, compadres, amigos, dudes, bros, whatever you want to call us. That's what we'll be. Lights on. Bam, there it is. Send me a hello in Wrestling Rumors Instant Messenger. I'll send you a request. Okay? I'll do it. Sound good? Corey, thanks for waking up and joining us. Go back and watch the show, man. Let's see. I heard NWO is in wrestling shape. Would like to see a return there. Is in wrestling shape, Junior? You lose me on that. Oh, you're talking about the original? Oh, God, no, Junior. No, 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 no. We don't want Hogan, Hall, and Nash in the ring. Can we just... I'm doing Wu-Tang. What's that? I don't know. No, we're not doing that, for sure. Let's don't do that. I don't know why, but no, please not. Dino, please, my friend. Wrestling Rumors Instant Messenger. Say, hey, Tom, here I am. Instant Messenger on Wrestling Rumors. I'll send you a request. I can't possibly go through the comments and find you, my friends. It would be too freaking hard, especially doing this live. Joshua, we're going to wrap this up. Is it true that Lars Sullivan is catching heat, not going to debut on the main roster now? I don't think Lars did anything wrong, Josh. The rumor is, the scuttlebutt right now, as it were, is that since there's no more commissioners and GMs of Raw and SmackDown, why would they bid over a guy? It makes no sense. I don't know that he's done anything wrong, but I don't know that he hasn't either. Oh, Craig wants to wrap it up with best match of 2018. I'll say the War Games match from NXT because you're pressing me. I'll say in WWE's world, that's the best match of 2018. I'll just throw that out there. Let's see. Corey, there you go, man. I hear you, brother. Right on. Let's see. What else? Anything else? Are you guys good? Jenna says, I don't want to see Hogan ever. Jenna doesn't have the foam finger and she's not taking her vitamins. Jenna's not taking her vitamins and saying her prayers. Jenna, what are we going to do with you, Jenna? You're not wearing the red and yellow? For real? My God in heaven. Shame on you. I'm playing. I don't care. What's the future for Paige? Craig, I got a segue for you, my friend. Paige's, the movie about Paige's life, Wrestling with My Family, is coming out in February. Yours truly, I was contacted by the PR firm doing the press for the film. So you're going to be seeing some interviews from me on the show. I'll do an episode of the show. It won't be here on Facebook, but I'll record it whenever I figure out who I'm going to be talking to. I got a couple of names I'm going to shoot for. You can probably guess who. We'll see what happens. Don't hold me to that. I'm going to try. But I'll be doing some press for that closer to the release date of the movie in February. So we'll see. Billy says Paige's contract expires next month. I'd be shocked to see her not come back, Bill, to be honest with you. All right. I don't know what else I have for you. I think Chad says Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain on TV. Good match for sure. Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley in WWE soon. I think a lot of people want to see that. It's just to see how it would look. And I tell you what, they would have a much better match what you think they would. Bobby's much better than what he gets credit for or what he's doing right now, being allowed to do. For sure. Jason's putting Jen on the list. You guys play nice. I had a great grandmother. And she would say, Yuns be purty. You got to remember I'm in the South. Yuns be purty. Yuns play purty. And we're like, what does that mean? To me and my cousins, so I had no idea what that meant. I think that's all we got for you, man. Happy New Year to you guys as well. Again, hope you all had a great Christmas. I know I did. Hope you all have a fantastic New Year. And guess what? I'll see you in 2019. I will thank you once again for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for watching the show. I greatly appreciate it. Let the folks at Wrestling Rumors know that you love the show. That's good for you, boy. All right? I appreciate that, man. Give them shit. Send them a message and say, I love the show. That'd be awesome for me. Thank you. Miss Lopez, goodbye to you, my dear. Happy New Year to you as well. Danny, thanks for hanging out, bro. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, Mark, thank you, my friend. Much love. Much love to everybody out there. That's all I got for you. Remember, boinkstudios.com. You can check me out right here on Wrestling Rumors, on WrestlingRumors.net, on the Chairshot.com, ProWrestling.com, and the Floor Seat on thesportsdaily.com. That's all I got for you. Thanks for hanging out, man. We will see you next time on Tom Clark's Main Event.